Welcome to this special episode dedicated to celebrating the memory and legacy of Zahir, who has left us but lives on through the stories, experiences, and cherished moments that he has left behind. In this episode, we'll honor Zahir's journey, share fond memories, and reflect on the impact he has had on all of us. Join us as we come together to remember and pay tribute to a remarkable individual who will forever hold a place and place in our hearts. On the panel today, we have all the members of the team: Ali Sali, Siraj Puzik, and Nawaz Mustafa. This is a little bit different to the previous podcast that we've done before, and one that we are doing in honor of Zahir, a person that played a pivotal and important role in the MuslimFin team. Without further ado, I'm going to hand over to one of the team members to share their experiences and memories of Zahir. I think I'll start off with Ali, as he was the closest one to Zahir in our team. Ali, over to you.
I think that, Shukran Shamim, I think there was a fitting introduction to Zahir, and I'm looking forward to sharing some of the information about his legacy and the legacy that he's left, not only in the community, also with his family, and then of course with us, the directors of this business, of MuslimFin, and really, just thinking of him as a friend and as a person. So I've known Zahir for more than 30 years, and Zahir and I met in high school. He moved here from Port Elizabeth in high school, and in Cape Town, becoming friends or meeting friends, if you didn't grow up with him, it's quite hard. So when I saw him, I was like, hey, he was a very good-looking guy, and I was like, hey, bud, who are you? You new to school, and we immediately became friends. I said, hey, come, let's be friends, let's hang out. And then we spent so much time together. We did so many different things in school together. We were part of talent shows and various other things in school, and raising funds for school. And we would even spend weekends together, and we knew each other's families. And we spent quite a bit of time growing up together. Then also after leaving the country, I left and I moved to America for about 11 years. But after coming back, I went to go look him up, and went to go and visit him. By then, he had already been married for some time, and he's at the time he had a daughter, and so we spoke again, caught up. But what I can say about Zahir is that he was a very, from the time that I left, obviously knowing him as a young man, to the time that I returned, I saw a different person, and the difference that I saw in him was that he was fully committed to Islam. He was a person of faith. He was someone that loved Allah. He cherished the thought of waking up for tahajjud and making all his prayers and being part of a dhikr jama, and he was someone that I quite admired, for that. And coming back to South Africa, life gets busy, and he was married and I was still single at the time. And obviously with that, our paths were a bit different at the time. But then after I got married and I had some children, Zahir and I would also keep in touch with each other still via social media or WhatsApp. And one day for my birthday, Zahir sent me a message and said, hey Ali, I know it's your birthday coming up, and he knew I loved, the Saman dhikrs. And he was part of a Jama, and so he said, Ali, come for your birthday, come join us, And it was during Ramadan, and so it was just a no-brainer for me to go. and it was like a Saturday night, and we spent the whole night in liquor, and then after that, we were standing outside, and Zahir still smoked this vape, and I'm not encouraging that for anyone, but he did. So we were standing outside and we were chatting, and I said to him, Zahir, what do you do? You know, what do you do for a living? Like, and he told me that he started his own business, HZR marketing, and that he was doing social media marketing and help people develop websites and promote their businesses. And I told him about MuslimFin, and he immediately said, "That's a fantastic idea." He said, "That's such a great idea. I would love to be part of that. Invite me to the next meeting." And he came and he joined, and when he joined, he gave us, and I think I can speak for the team, so much direction. His contributions were invaluable because he set timelines for us. He started to get us more focused. He developed business plans. He created structure. He gave us a roadmap in a sense of where we need to go. He helped us finalize the website, get that going. He assisted in establishing all of the social media platforms for us, showed us how to go about promoting businesses or promoting MuslimFin to the community. And in that, it was quite a bit of learning for him as well. And I ended up the other day missing him. I went back to our channel and I watched one of our podcasts where he was talking about how MuslimFin is the kind of the tool for our community and the Muslim community at large to be able to receive that education. He was very proud of his association with MuslimFin and working with us in what we were doing, and he was very positive and hopeful, and he knew in his mind that MuslimFin is going to make a massive difference, to not only the South African Muslim community, but hopefully to the globe, inshallah. I mean, and I plan to continue with that. I plan to do everything in my power while I'm still on this dunya to continue his legacy and to make the best of this opportunity to educate people on Islamic banking and finance in Zahir's memory. And I want to say that during this time we're thinking of his family, of his children, and of his wife Lamir, and we make lots of dua, and his mother and his brothers. Lots of dua that Allah make it easy for them, inshallah, ameen. That Allah guide them, and that the family, is able to work through this difficult time. We know that they have lots of support, and that we know that with time things get easier. And we will continue to be here for the family and want them to know that we're doing this in Zahir's honor, but Zahir is always with us. He's always in our du'as. It's so difficult for us to continue doing this without him, because he's dearly missed. His talent is missed. His contributions, his guidance, all of that is missed on our side. But we know that we need to be strong and fill in those big shoes and try to do the best that we can to continue to make MuslimFin a success and as part of his legacy, inshallah.
I mean, yeah, Ali, it's a good and deep story that you've taken us down, and I remember the day when you introduced Zahir to us at one of our meetings. I think we were all there that day, and look, I think before Zahir came, we started about 3 years before he came. Then we went into COVID, and then we were spiraling around. And since the day he started, I mean, I think if I put it in this way, it's as if our car was idling all the time and we just needed that kickstart, and he was the one that put us in first gear and we started moving. Since that day, he gave us a structure, alignment with his experience, his business exposure, gave us exactly what we needed just to get our car to start moving. And I mean, if you look at our collective advancement over the last 12 months, he has played a pivotal role in that. I don't want to go into numbers and into reaches of like social media pages, but he was at the forefront of that. And I think for me personally, there was so much that I was able to learn from him, his direction, his execution. It has played a big role in my growth in this team, specifically with certain topics. And sitting in this meeting now, it's a bit different. It's strange not seeing that fourth face in this room, and I think we're obviously going to have to get used to that. But seeing his face on the screen on a Wednesday night, every night for more than a year, it's going to take a while to get used to. But the one thing that he has left us with his skill set, with his legacy, and just the general way in the way he does, the way he did things, it's going to help us in moving forward. It's just a real miss. That it's something that I still can't believe today that it happened so quick. And obviously everything happens for a reason. But if anything, I mean, we're going to continue to uphold his legacy and use all the benefits that he has instilled in us to persevere and continue. And I know if he was here today, I mean, he would want us to continue and reach those goals that he has set together with us. But on that note, I'm going to move over to Nawaz. I think Nawaz also has a special place alongside Zahir, mostly along the fact that they play in the similar area. They both come from tech. As most of the viewers out there who have been following us will know that we are 3 finance guys and 2 kind of tech guys, and Nawaz and Zahir had quite a formidable partnership in moving that part of the team forward. So I'll hand over to Nawaz to share some of his experiences and his moments with Zahir. Over to you, Nawaz.
Shukran, Shamim. So beyond our personal bond, he was the pillar that held our Muslim team together. His commitment and dedication were like glue, uniting us in purpose and harmony. His influence extended beyond our meetings, shaping the narrative we all believed in for MuslimFin. He embraced our mission and breathed life into it with his unyielding passion that he always brought to us. It's with heavy heart that I share that he's no longer with us. But let us remember not the sorrow of his passing, but the joy of actually knowing him through the year or through the years, He reminded us that friendship, no matter how short-lived, can have a profound impact on our daily lives. He taught us that being the glue means holding each other up, even in the face of adversity. So, as we move forward, I think let us honor his memory by carrying forward his spirit of unity and dedication. I also think we should continue to weave the same narrative for MuslimFin that he held very dearly. And let his legacy remind us that in the digital realm that we all face today, human connection can be as real and enduring as any. So, may we continue to hear his voice in the echoes of our shared purpose. So we wish dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, grant some nur in his qabr, and we carry on with the dedication that he, gave us. He is extremely missed by all of us, and inshallah, we'll get to the objective that we started with him. Shukran.
I mean, yeah, we know Zahir was great in what he done, and I know you had quite a bit of involvement with him, not only inside the business but outside of it, trying to help us move forward nowadays. Siraj, you've also spent a lot of time with Zahir, again, not only inside and outside of the business. I think the two moments that come to fore was the interviews that you guys had at the radio. I mean, I can remember you was always there, always available. I think out of all of us, probably had the least knowledge of financial and or Islamic financial things, but was first there, ever present, and his hand was up to get involved, to even attempt and speak about things that were out of his comfort zone. And that's what we all loved about Zahir, his ever encouraging nature to take things on. So, Siraj, over to you, share your experiences.
Alhamdulillah, Shamim, I think you're right. I think Zahir was a natural leader. You know, if you look at how he did things, and I think myself and Zahir, we joined MuslimFin at the same time. And immediately from the get-go, you know, he's and the journey we've been on, you know, I've actually learned to know the person behind, the behind MuslimFin. And Zahir was one of those guys where I saw that he was a very balanced person. So, you know, he made time, whether it be, you know, for his namaz, his thing that he needed to do. But he was also very serious when it came to MuslimFin, what we needed to achieve, the direction we needed to go. So he gave us a lot of guidance and leadership there. But he also made time to have fun. You know, he'd crack a joke here. And that is something that will live with me for a very long time. And again, like speaking about the interviews or newspaper articles, and like you said, Shamim, he might not have been the most knowledgeable on the topic, but he was very passionate about it. And my relationship with him, I think, blossomed because of that. Because I would have discussions with him on Islamic banking, explaining perhaps some Islamic financial concepts, and you could see how he lights up, he gets excited, he'll ask questions around it, because it really had an impact on him as an individual. And I'm sure that he's, made some changes in his own personal life from a financial perspective, learning on this journey with MuslimFin. But in return, he showed us how do we go about actually getting this out of the community. We've always had the discussions amongst us and within the team, and banking is a boring topic. How do we get it out to the people? How do we take banking to people? And he was one of the guys to bring about those ways and platforms to do so, whether it be through social media, whether it be marketing, whether it be how do we get our videos out, whether it be interviews. So I mean, his contribution, like everybody has mentioned, has been immense to the team. And I think he set us on a direction that I do believe, whether it be 2 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, it will be very successful. And we will look back and, we will always remember Zahir, being part of the team. And, the short time that I've known him, he's left a huge impact on me, but also on MuslimFin. And I think what he's done was he's planted the seed for MuslimFin. And like I said, in the future, those fruits will bear. And we will all get the benefit of it, his family as well, his kids, and the community at large. So I'm very fortunate to have met Zahir. It's much as sad. I mean, everything happens for a reason in all his plans. And yeah, as a team, we definitely miss him. It's so weird. A month ago, he was with us in our meetings. We met regularly. And, he's not here with us today. So, we don't question Allah's plans, but we do like to ask Allah forgives any shortcomings that he may have had. And then bless him, bless his family, put barakah in his father. And, maybe MuslimFin can serve as a sadaqatul jariyah. So as long as we keep moving MuslimFin and people, get the benefit or the knowledge or education or understanding or learning from MuslimFin from an Islamic financial aspect, or from an Islamic perspective, that he continues to get the rewards for that as well. So yeah, look, it's tough, it's sad. It was a massive shock to myself, to everybody. But yeah, we wish the family, sabr. It was not easy. He wasn't just a colleague, he was a friend. He was a father, he was a sister or brother to a lot of people. And I'm sure he'll be missed immensely. And you could see, even though we've known him for so little, such a short period of time, you could see by a lot of people's reactions the type of person he was. So he's definitely had an impact on a lot of people around him, MuslimFin, communities. Yeah, very passionate guy, and we definitely miss him a lot.
Yeah, he's played quite a pivotal role all around, and I think wherever MuslimFin goes on in the future, be it 10 or 20 years, his involvement at the beginning, albeit only a year and a bit, is going to play quite a substantial role in how MuslimFin grows in the years to come. And we just want to wish his family very best, and may the Almighty grant him sabr and contentment in their hearts. It's a very difficult time for his family and for us and all his friends and family during this time. And we obviously want to make dua for him, that Allah grant him Jannatul Firdaus, and we'll obviously continue making dua for him and his family. I'll pass over to Ali for some closing words, and we'll end off the podcast on that note. Ali, over to you.
Okay, thanks for letting me end off. Yeah, I think all the going around the room, I can see the impact that Zahir has had on all of us. Being at this janaza, we saw the amount of people, the roads filled with cars, people lined up to make the janaza prayer behind the mayyit, at Zahir's funeral. You could see the impact that Zahir had on not only us here on this podcast, but in the community and at large. And everybody that was there was shocked, and everybody that was there was taken aback. And I think I've shared some of his story with some people, and I can vouch that he's even in his passing, he has changed the lives of people. People may have said, "Oh, look, we have to take heed and say, life is short. Live a good life. Let's make the best of it. Let's give back to the community. Let's try to use our experience and our knowledge and whatever we have to be able to go out there and assist whoever we can, our families, our friends, our business partners, and our community at large." So with that, just in ending, I want to say that we're definitely going to miss Zahir dearly. This podcast, I wish that probably if we could, we'd be going on for hours and hours just talking about different stories and sharing stories about him. But we wanted to make this short podcast just in his memory, something that will last forever in the digital world, something that will always be around, something that his young son of 3 years old will be able to watch maybe in 20, 30 years time or so and say, look how these people spoke about my dad. And he was my friend. He was my very good friend. He was the guy that I trusted, was willing to do business with. And we ask that whatever MuslimFin is able to achieve, that like Siraj said, that it serves as a sadaqah to jariyah for him and elevates him through the ranks so that he may be with the prophets and attain Jannatul Firdaus, inshallah. I'll leave it at that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.